Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in life when everything seems to fall apart. The dreams you built with so much hope collapse like a house of cards, and you stand there broken, wondering, why me? But let me tell you something today. Setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the beginning of something greater. Life does not always go as planned. There will be moments when you feel defeated, moments when the weight of your struggles makes you believe you cannot move forward. But resilience is not about avoiding hardships. It is about rising above them. It is about turning your pain into your greatest source of power. Setbacks are often seen as obstacles, moments in life that derail us from our goals, leaving us feeling lost, defeated, and unworthy of success. But what if we change the way we look at them? What if, instead of treating setbacks as failures, we start seeing them as lessons, opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and transformation? No matter how successful has faced setbacks at some point. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is not the absence of failure, but the ability to learn from it. The truth is, setbacks are not the end of the road. They are redirections to something even better. They teach us resilience, patience, and the ability to adapt. Think about a time when something didn't go as planned. Maybe it was a rejection, a loss, or an unexpected challenge that left you questioning yourself. In those moments, it is easy to feel defeated, to dwell on what went wrong, and to allow negative thoughts to consume your mind. But if you take a step back, you will realize that within every setback, there is a lesson waiting to be learned. When life does not go according to our expectations, it forces us to look deeper, to reevaluate our choices, to identify our weaknesses, and to develop the strength we never knew we had. The lessons we learn from setbacks are often the most valuable because they are not taught in books or classrooms. They are taught through experience, through struggle, and through perseverance. One of the most important lessons setbacks teach us is humility. When everything is going well, we often believe that success is permanent, that we are invincible. But when challenges arise, they remind us that we are human, that we have limitations, and that growth is a continuous process. They humble us, making us appreciate the journey rather than just the destination. Another crucial lesson setbacks offer is the ability to build emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable and hardships are inevitable. Those who view setbacks as lessons develop the emotional strength to handle difficulties with grace. They do not allow failures to define them. Instead, they use them as stepping stones toward self-improvement. Every time you face a setback and learn from it, you become mentally and emotionally stronger. You develop the ability to bounce back, to face future challenges with greater confidence, and to handle life's uncertainties with courage. Setbacks also provide an opportunity for self-reflection. Sometimes we are so focused on our goals that we ignore the need to pause and reassess our path. When a setback occurs, it forces us to take a moment to reflect on our decisions, our mindset, and our approach. It allows us to ask important questions. Am I on the right path? Is there something I need to change? What can I do better? These moments of reflection are powerful because they help us realign with our true purpose. Perhaps the greatest lesson setbacks teach us is that failure is not permanent. Many people give up on their dreams after facing a single failure, believing that they are not capable or deserving of success. But those who succeed understand that failure is merely a chapter, not the whole story. It is through failure that we learn perseverance. It is through struggle that we gain wisdom. And it is through setbacks that we find the strength to move forward. The next time life throws an unexpected challenge your way, do not see it as the end of your journey. See it as a lesson, an opportunity to grow, and a chance to become the best version of yourself. Because setbacks are not meant to break you, they are meant to build you. The way we perceive a situation has the power to shape our reality. Two people can experience the same setback, yet one may see it as a catastrophe, while the other views it as an opportunity. What makes the difference? It is perspective. The lens through which we see our challenges determines how we respond to them, and in that response lies the secret to resilience. When something negative happens in life, our immediate reaction is often frustration, disappointment, or even despair. We focus on what went wrong, on the pain it caused, and on how unfair it feels. But what if we chose to shift our perspective? Instead of seeing difficulties as punishments, we could see them as redirections. Instead of viewing failure as an end, we could treat it as a lesson. When we change our perspective, we change our lives. Many people believe that circumstances dictate their emotions. They assume that if something bad happens, they must feel bad. But emotions do not come from external events. They come from how we interpret those events. If we believe a setback is a permanent failure, we will feel hopeless. But if we believe it is a temporary challenge that will lead us to something better, we will feel empowered. The same event, different interpretation, entirely different outcomes. Think about the most successful people in history. They did not reach their achievements because they never faced hardships. They got there because they refused to see their struggles as limitations. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but he never saw those failures as defeats. He famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That is the power of perspective, turning failure into progress, turning setbacks into stepping stones. There are two ways to look at it: as something that is happening to you. When you believe that life is working against you, you become bitter, stuck, and defeated. But when you believe that everything, yes, even the hardships, is shaping you into a stronger person, you become unstoppable. You begin to see challenges as training grounds for resilience, as opportunities to grow beyond your limits. Shifting perspective does not mean ignoring pain or pretending that difficulties do not exist. It means acknowledging them while choosing to focus on what they can teach us. If we lose a job, we can see it as a disaster, or we can see it as a chance to explore a new path. If we face rejection, we can dwell on our perceived inadequacies, or we can use it as motivation to improve. Every challenge carries a hidden gift, but only those who shift their perspective will find it. This shift in mindset is not always easy. It requires conscious effort and practice. But the more we train ourselves to see setbacks as lessons, the more resilient we become. We stop fearing failure because we understand that every experience, good or bad, is guiding us toward growth. We do not control what happens to us, but we do control how we see it. And when we master the art of perspective, we master the art of resilience. Life will always have its ups and downs, but with the right mindset, even the hardest falls can become the greatest turning points. True resilience begins with self-acceptance. It is the realization that no matter what life throws at you, you are enough. Many people believe that strength comes from external achievements, social validation, or the absence of struggle. But real strength is born from within, from embracing yourself completely, flaws and all, even in the face of adversity. It is easy to question our worth. We start believing that our struggles define us, that our failures make us unworthy of success. But the truth is, challenges do not diminish our value. They reveal our true strength. The problem is not the setbacks we experience, it is the way we perceive ourselves in those moments. If we believe that we are broken, we will act accordingly. But if we believe that we are capable of overcoming anything, we will find a way to rise. Self-acceptance is not about ignoring our weaknesses or pretending that everything is perfect. It is about acknowledging every part of ourselves, the strengths, the flaws, the fears, and the scars, and understanding that we are still whole. We do not need to be perfect to be strong. We just need to accept ourselves fully. Many people spend their entire lives seeking validation from others, believing that their worth depends on external approval. But the most powerful form of validation comes from within. When you accept yourself, you stop waiting for the world to tell you that you are enough. You already know it. Inner strength comes from this deep self-awareness. It is the ability to stand firm in your identity no matter what happens around you. Life will test you. People will doubt you. Circumstances will challenge you. But when you have built inner strength through self-acceptance, nothing can shake you. You stop fearing failure because you understand that failure does not define you. You stop fearing judgment because you are no longer dependent on external opinions to determine your worth. You stop fearing setbacks because you know that no matter how many times you fall, you have the strength to rise again. This level of resilience is not built overnight. It requires daily practice, choosing again and again to believe in yourself. It means treating yourself with kindness, especially in moments of failure. Too often, we are our own harshest critics, punishing ourselves for mistakes instead of learning from them. But resilience is not about being hard on yourself. It is about being kind enough to grow. It is about replacing self-doubt with self-trust, replacing fear with faith, and replacing criticism with compassion. One of the most powerful realizations in life is that nothing outside of you can truly define you. Not your failures, not your past, not other people's opinions. Your strength comes from within. And once you embrace that truth, you become unstoppable. Life's challenges will come and go, but the foundation of self-acceptance and inner strength will keep you standing tall. Because in the end, resilience is not just about surviving difficulties. It is about thriving despite them, knowing that no matter what happens, you are enough. Pain is an inevitable part of life. At some point, we all face struggles, loss, failure, disappointment, or rejection. But while pain is universal, the way we respond to it is what sets us apart. Some people allow pain to break them, to steal their confidence and hope. Others transform their pain into a driving force that pushes them toward a greater purpose. The difference lies in the decision to use suffering as fuel for growth rather than allowing it to consume us. It is natural to ask, why me? We search for reasons, often feeling as if our suffering is unfair or meaningless. But what if we stopped asking why and started asking how? How can I use this experience to grow? How can I turn this pain into something meaningful? How can this struggle become a stepping stone to something greater? This shift in mindset is where resilience begins. History is full of people who turned their deepest pain into their life's purpose. Some of the greatest leaders, artists, and visionaries were shaped by struggle. They did not succeed despite their hardships. They succeeded because of them. Their pain became their teacher, guiding them toward their true calling. Helen Keller, who lost her sight and hearing as a child, could have lived in despair. Instead, she used her experience to become an advocate for people with disabilities, inspiring millions. Malala Yousafzai faced violence and oppression but turned her suffering into a global movement for education. The common thread among such people is that they did not let pain define them. They let it refine them. One of the most powerful ways to turn pain into purpose is to help others who are going through similar struggles. When you take your experiences and use them to uplift someone else, your suffering gains meaning. It no longer feels like a pointless hardship, but a lesson that can be shared. Many of the most impactful voices in the world are those who have walked through the fire and emerged with a story that gives others hope. Pain also forces us to discover strengths we never knew we had. When everything is easy, we remain comfortable. But when we are faced with difficulties, we are pushed beyond our limits, forced to grow in ways we never expected. The challenges we face teach us patience, resilience, and courage. Every hardship carries a hidden gift, whether it is wisdom, strength, or a new direction in life. The key is to search for that gift instead of focusing solely on the suffering. This transformation does not happen overnight. It is a process of shifting our perspective, accepting our struggles, and finding ways to create meaning from them. The pain we experience can either hold us back or push us forward. The choice is ours. When we decide to turn our struggles into motivation, to use our hardships as stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks, we unlock a level of resilience that can carry us through anything. Pain is not meant to destroy us. It is meant to shape us. It refines our character, deepens our understanding, and strengthens our purpose. The most inspiring people are not those who never suffered, but those who turned their suffering into something extraordinary, and that is a power we all have within us. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for resilience. It has the ability to shift our focus from what is missing in our lives to what we already have. In difficult times, when everything feels like it is falling apart, gratitude becomes the light that helps us see through the darkness. It does not erase pain or hardship, but it gives us the strength to endure them with a hopeful heart. When we go through setbacks, our minds become consumed with negativity. We focus on what went wrong, what we lost, or how unfair life feels. This mindset only deepens our suffering because it keeps us trapped in a cycle of disappointment. But the moment we make a conscious effort to practice gratitude, everything changes. We begin to realize that even in the midst of struggles, there is something to be thankful for. Our breath, our ability to think and learn, the people who stand by us, the lessons we are gaining, and the simple fact that we are still here, still capable of moving forward. Gratitude is not about denying difficulties. It is about acknowledging them while also choosing to see the good that still exists. Life is a mix of challenges and blessings, and what we choose to focus on determines how we experience it. Those who cultivate gratitude develop emotional strength because they do not allow hardships to overshadow the beauty in their lives. Even in moments of pain, they remind themselves of what remains rather than only seeing what is lost. Scientific studies have shown that gratitude has a profound impact on mental and emotional well-being. It reduces stress, improves mood, and even enhances physical health. People who regularly practice gratitude are more optimistic, more resilient, and less likely to feel overwhelmed by adversity. Why? Because gratitude rewires the brain to focus on positivity, which in turn strengthens our ability to cope with challenges. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to build resilience through gratitude is to make it a daily habit. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. They do not have to be grand or extraordinary. Sometimes it is as simple as a kind word from a stranger, a moment of laughter, or the warmth of the sun on your skin. When you train your mind to seek gratitude, it naturally begins to find hope, even in difficult situations. Gratitude also teaches us to embrace imperfection. Many of us wait for life to be perfect before we allow ourselves to be happy. We believe that we can only be grateful when we achieve success, when all problems disappear, or when everything goes according to plan. But life will never be without challenges. And true gratitude is about appreciating the present, no matter how imperfect it may seem. The ability to be grateful in difficult times is a mark of true resilience. It is the recognition that even in struggles, life still offers us moments of beauty, love, and growth. When we practice gratitude, we gain the strength to keep going, knowing that even in the hardest times, there is still something worth holding on to. Resilience is not about enduring hardships alone. It is about understanding the power of seeking help and building a support system. Many people believe that strength means handling everything by themselves, never showing vulnerability and never asking for support. But true strength lies in knowing when to reach out, in surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, and in allowing yourself to be supported when life becomes overwhelming. Society often glorifies independence, making people feel that seeking help is a sign of weakness. But in reality, even the strongest individuals rely on others. No one succeeds alone. No one overcomes life's challenges without guidance, encouragement, or the support of those who care. The most resilient people are not those who isolate themselves in difficult times, but those who build strong connections and lean on them when needed. When we experience setbacks, our instinct may be to withdraw, to keep our struggles to ourselves, and to pretend that everything is fine. We may fear judgment, rejection, or the idea of burdening others with our problems, but the truth is, human connection is one of the most powerful sources of healing. Having people who listen, who offer encouragement, and who remind us of our strength can make all the difference. In moments of doubt, their words can reignite our belief in ourselves. In moments of loss, their presence can provide comfort, and in moments of failure, their support can push us to try again. A strong support system does not have to be large, it just has to be meaningful. It could be a close friend who understands us, a family member who believes in us, a mentor who guides us, or even a community of people who share similar experiences. The key is to surround ourselves with those who genuinely want to see us grow, who uplift us instead of bringing us down, and who remind us that we are never alone in our struggles. Seeking help is also about recognizing when we need professional support. Sometimes the weight of our challenges is too heavy to carry alone, and that is okay. Therapy, counseling, or simply talking to someone who is trained to help can provide clarity and coping strategies that we might not find on our own. There is no shame in seeking guidance. It is a sign of self-awareness and a step towards healing. Beyond seeking support, resilience is also about offering it to others. When we lift someone else up, we strengthen not only them but also ourselves. Encouraging others, offering kindness, and being present for those in need create a cycle of support that benefits everyone involved. In helping others heal, we often heal ourselves. Life will always present challenges, but we are not meant to face them alone. Building resilience does not mean becoming emotionally detached or refusing help. It means recognizing the strength in connection. It is about understanding that we grow stronger together, that vulnerability is not weakness but courage, and that the support of others can turn even the hardest struggles into opportunities for growth. When we embrace the power of support, we build a foundation of resilience that can carry us through anything. Resilience is not about avoiding hardships. It is about learning how to rise every time we fall. It is about shifting our perspective, embracing self-acceptance, turning pain into purpose, practicing gratitude, and recognizing the power of support. Life will always present challenges, but how we respond to them defines our journey. The setbacks we face are not meant to break us. They are meant to shape us into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. Every failure carries a lesson. Every hardship carries an opportunity, and every struggle holds the potential for transformation. The key is to trust the process, to believe in our own strength, and to keep moving forward no matter how difficult the road may seem. Resilience is a choice to see growth in adversity, to find light in darkness, and to keep fighting for our dreams even when the odds seem stacked against us. It is not about never falling, it is about always getting back up. And when we master this, when we embrace life with courage, hope, and unshakable spirit, there is nothing we cannot overcome. No matter where you are in your journey, remember this. You are stronger than your struggles, greater than your failures, and capable of turning every step back into a stepping stone towards success. Keep going, keep believing, and let resilience be the foundation upon which you build the life you truly deserve.